Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Steph and I'm so happy you chose to join me today. The movement we're doing today will be Pilates based with a yoga influence. And I had a request to focus on the low back pain and different core exercises that you can do to create a super strong and healthy body from the inside out, really working on the stabilizers and the muscles that really support your low back. So I've chosen a variety of movements today that are some of my favorites. I would say they're pretty gentle. If anything doesn't feel good throughout this movement, absolutely modify, listen into my cueing. But it should be a pretty nice, gentle, all mat based movement today. So let's get started. We are going to sit on a pillow. So grab a couch pillow, a bed pillow, whatever you need for that. And then I'm going to use a Pilates ball. If you don't have one, we'll just use the pillow that we're sitting on once we arrive at that. If you do have a ball, and these are wonderful, and if you're going to take future classes of mine, I'll probably be using this a lot, this little prop. So it's like a 10-inch ball. Anyways, they're really effective for activating the inner thighs and just a lovely prop. So come to a seat, come join me. So it'll be about a 30-minute movement, maybe more, maybe less. We'll just see how it goes. So sit up nice and tall. I always like to start with just a little bit of grounding. Let's close your eyes, crossing your legs any which way. Make sure we're sitting on a pillow so that we can release some of that low back issues where sitting can cause a little havoc there. So just close your eyes. We'll just get settled into our practice. Allow the shoulders to fall down away from your ears and growing really tall through the crown of your head. We'll just take some nice deep breaths. Just allowing the air to flow in through the belly and exhale, deflating the belly. Good. And really inflating the lungs as well as the side body. So creating that nice balloon effect and then releasing that air. So just in and out, maybe side out. It's really important to just ground to center, to release any tension we might be feeling before we engage in any movement. Let's just take this time for ourselves. And we'll take one more breath. Just one more big one. Lovely. Exhale it out. Open your eyes and let's just take this time for you. Let's clear your mind. Hands on the knees. We're going to move through the spine. So rounding through the spine and then opening your heart. So kind of like a seated cat-cow. This is one of my very favorite little yoga movements, ways of moving through the spine. It's just nice and gentle. Go ahead, taking a breath. Inhale as you look up, exhale as you round. We'll take a few more rounds here. Good. So the yoga aspect will be more of the free, gentle movement through the spine. The Pilates will be more of the control through the core, through the spine. Good. And find your way through center. Let's take the Thoracic Circles. So moving through the spine, nice big circles. Using your breath, exhale as you go back, inhale as you press forward. Feel free to get your hips involved and your shoulders. This should feel really nice on the spine. Always important to kind of gently move through the spine before any form of movement. Good. And then the other direction. Good. Any more intense movement, that is. Good. Before we start really engaging the muscles. Let's go to and one. Find your way through center. We'll take a nice big inhale. And exhale to the left. Side body bend, reaching towards the sky. Look upwards if it feels okay. Good. And then we're going to round forward, sweeping the arms up to the other side. So I love this through the spine. Open your heart. Take a breath. Exhale. Let's sweep down. So just being mindful, flowing through your spine. Inhale. Exhale. Let's just flow in your own time. If you're going a little faster, a little slower than me, that's fine. Good. Exhale, sweep. Really opening the chest here. Good. One more time. Let's hold on this side. Open your chest for 3, 2, and 1. Reach it forward. Forward fold wherever you can reach. Good. Reaching your hands to the floor. Maybe a little roundness in the spine, releasing that low back. Take just a moment here. And if you're not as low as me, that's perfectly fine. If you're a little bit higher, no worries. And then roll your spine, stacking it on up. Nice big inhale, arms shoot to the sky. Go ahead and exhale to your left. Nice, gentle seated twist, pulling the shoulders down, twisting only as much as comfortable for your spine. Good. And take one more breath. Exhale a little bit deeper into the stretch. And then inhale the arms to the sky. Exhale the other direction. Growing nice and tall. Good, one more breath. Exhale deeper. Lovely. Bring it back through center. Let's lengthen your legs out. I'll just go facing you guys. You're still sitting on the pillow. We're going to bend our knees a little bit here. Grow nice and tall and then hinge forward as much as you can. Maybe the belly touches the thighs. And we're just going to fold forward for a moment. Maybe relax the ankles or give them a little wiggle here. Take just a moment. Do that little stretch for just a second. One more breath. And then roll up your spine. Feel free to keep your knees bent. Nice big inhale. Exhale, dive forward, but this time we're going to be a little bit more active. So rounding like we're rounding over a ball. And then stacking your spine all the way up. Your arms reach up over your head. Good. Exhale, kind of round forward here. And then roll through your spine. So we're starting to activate a little bit more into our core. Good. Exhale here. Inhale to rise. Lovely. Good. Bring the hands down. Cross your legs. Let's shift it on forward. Feel free to. You're welcome to use the pillow for your knees if that feels good. I'm just going to ditch mine out of the way. So let's come to all fours. Wrists are right underneath the shoulders. Knees right underneath the hips. Nice wide palms so we're not getting super heavy into our wrists. Now let's just shift forward and back. We'll just take a few moving through the wrists as we're here. So pulling the belly in. Good, shift forward and back. Nice, and let's just do little circles. Little circles through the wrists. Just kind of waking them up. And in the other direction. Lovely. Let's take a few cat-cows right through center. So rounding through the spine. Good, chin towards the navel. And then drop the belly, lift the heart. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift. That should feel really nice on the back. Super important to find these gentle movements as well as strengthening into the core. Good. One more round. We'll find our neutral position. So nice neutral spine here. So I want you to fully let your belly go. Just let it sag. No effort here. And then pull the belly to the spine, activating the pelvic floor. Let the belly go. Pull the belly in. All through the pelvic floor. Good. So just a little activation exercise. Release. Pull the belly in. Feel that support of the low back. Good. Release. Belly drop. Pull the belly in. Good. One more time. Let the belly drop. Pull it in. Now let's keep it here. Hold strong from the crown of your head through your tailbone is nice. One long line. We're going to reach your left leg long. And your right arm long, fingers and toes on the floor. Really strong through the leg. We're just going to lift and lower. I need to scoot forward just a little bit here. Go to lift and lower. Nice flexed foot. So let's keep that back leg nice and strong. Good. Keeping your gaze slightly forward. It's not all the way down. It's not all the way up. Make sure the neck is super long. Good. So keeping that contraction that we had, that nice activity into the belly. Keep that there, no arching of the spine here. Let's go 2. And 1. Now hold it up, just hold. Quadrupeds are one of my favorite movements. They're very gentle, but they're very effective. Good, just hold. So a little balance challenge, pull the belly in. Nice. Palms inwards, biceps right by the ears. Good, keeping that back foot flexed, keep the glutes engaged, keep the thigh nice and engaged, the belly is firmed. Let's pull the elbow and knee in and reach it long. Pull it in and reach it long. Notice I'm not arching my spine, so nice and long through your back. Good. Keeping that core strength in and out. Let's go 5 more times. For 5, 4, 3, 2, let's hold for 5 counts. 5, 4, 3, 2, hand down, knee down, cat-cow, 1 round. Lovely. Neutral spine, other side. Right foot, right hand. Lengthen through the spine, your gaze is forward, long neck. Let's lift and lower, just nice and active into the belly. Good. Breathe, lift. Really solid into the glutes. Really solid legs. So we're not really lifting past our hip height. That will be too much. It'll dive into the low back in not such a good way. Let's go for 3, for 2, and 1. Hold it here. We pull in and reach long. So keeping those nice long lines pressed. Breathe. Good. So we're getting definitely more active here. Use your breath. Exhale as you come in. Inhale as you reach. Let's go 4 more times. For 4, for 3, and 2. Hold it here. 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2. Hand down, knee down, cat-cow. Lovely work. Beautiful. We're going to dive a little bit deeper into this. So tuck your toes under. This is one of my second favorite exercises for really tapping into the core. So you're going to be forced to activate your core once you lift your knees off the mat. So tucking your toes, we're going to lift your knees up, hold. Just hold like a little bear pose, shoulders right underneath the wrists. Good, set your knees down. Lift them back up. So we're just going to lift and lower, really solid into the core. You'll notice your belly is going to shoot towards your spine just kind of automatically. So this is a lovely way to strengthen that entire spine, the entire core. Good, if you notice the entire body's working. Lift and lower. Good, I'm not giving you a time frame, just lift and lower. Follow along. Let's go 2. And hold. Right here, hold. Next time you lift your knees up for 10, 9, solid shoulders. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, knees down, cat-cow. Breathe. 1 round. Lovely, another to go. Let's lift those knees. This time we're just going to hold a little bit longer. So pull the belly up, super strong. Good for 5, 4. We're going to press back into down dog in 3, 2, and 1. Press back, heels to the floor, lengthen. So it's going to be a really narrow down dog. Let's paddle out those legs, press into your palms. Good for 3, for 2, and 1. Lift your heels, bring your knees back to your hover. Breathe, super solid. If you need to put your knees down for a moment, do so. Let's shoot back into down dog. Now we're just going to flow. Let's bring our knees down, cat-cow, look up, round the spine, neutral spine, hover. Press back, down dog, back to your knees, cat-cow. Lovely. Breathe. Nice neutral spine. Press back. Down dog. Back to your hover. Knees down. Cat-cow. Lovely. Just 1 more time. Now you're starting to get nice and active here in our muscles and our bodies. Good. Come back down. Cat-cow. Lovely. Untuck your toes. Press it back for a moment. Child's pose. Reaching the arms out ahead of you. Hips sink to your heels, your knees narrow or wider is fine. Take a breath. Lovely. For 3, 2, and 1. Walk your hands over to the left side for just a quick spine stretch. And walk your hands over to the right. Just for a breath. Lovely. Quick stretch in between. We're going to come back to all 4s. Let's do thread the needle. So you're going to lift your right hand up towards the sky. Thread it on through. We're going to hold for just a moment. And then reach it back to the sky. Good. So reach it through. This is lovely for moving through the spine. Good. Reach it up. This next time we're going to hold. So reach through laying on your cheek or your temple. The other arm reaches overhead. Take just a moment, a couple breaths. Maybe close your eyes. Tailbone to the sky. Just feel that nice gentle rotation in the midsection. Lovely. Left hand to the earth, right hand to the sky, open, and then hand on the floor, other side. Let's go. Just a few times active. Reach and lift back up and reach and lift up. This next time we're going to hold it over for just a couple of breaths. Chin toward, or the cheek to the floor, other arm above your head. Take your breath, sigh it out. One more. Lovely. Right hand to the earth, left hand to the sky, open. Lovely. Hands on the earth. We're going to bring your hands forward a bit. Come forward into a modified plank position. Toes are untucked here. Good. So just hold here, shoulders right underneath. And then we're going to tuck our toes and round our spine back into that nice active child's pose. And we're going to untuck our toes, round forward into a modified plank position, shoulders right underneath the wrists. Go ahead and then tuck your toes, round through your spine, pressing back. So moving slowly and controlling through the spine. Untuck your toes. Good, I'll do just a few more. So a nice gentle plank here with movement through the spine. Good. One last time, we'll find our modified plank position. Good. Come on forward here. Make sure the elbows or wrists are right underneath the shoulders. Elbows tucked. We're going to lower all the way to the floor. Keep your belly nice and controlled. Coming all the way down. Good. Hands right underneath the shoulder. Let's come into some Cobras. The feet can be fairly wide here. Tuck the pelvis under to protect the low back. Hands underneath the shoulders. Let's lift through the thoracic spine gently. Good. Lift. Exhale, back down. Good. Inhale, lift. And exhale, back down. So following your gaze just goes along for the ride. Nice and gentle. If you can lift up a little bit higher, do so. But we're just trying to activate into the thoracic spine, the upper spine. Good. Be nice and gentle. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Good. One more time. Hold at the top. See if you can lift just a little bit higher. Shoulders down. Take a breath. Exhale down. Lovely. Let's take this nice and wide now. Fingertips nice and wide. So the elbows are kind of splayed out here. So spine nice and long. Tuck the pelvis, lifting through the spine. And exhale back down. Lovely. Let's do two more this way. Good. Lifting, lifting. Good. Exhale back down. One more time. Lift it on up. Lovely. Come on down. Make a T with your arms. We're going to lift your right leg. Come on over into a little scorpion position and then come back to your belly. If that doesn't feel good, just kind of move from side to side. Good. So I'm opening the hips and go nice and slow. Good. This is really nice for that mobility of the spine. You also get a little chest stretch while you're at it. Good. From side to side, one more time. Good. Hold on this side for just a moment, just a little bit longer. Nice. And we'll go one more the other direction, stretching through the shoulder. Maybe the cheek touches the floor, the temple. Nice work. Come on back to your belly, hands underneath the shoulders. Press it back, child's pose, for just a moment. Take a nice deep breath. That should feel really nice on the low back. Lovely. Let's roll our spine forward. We are going to, you can tuck your toes however you want to get there. Step the feet forward. And we're going to come to a seated position. Lovely. So feet on the floor. Let's go ahead and grab your ball here. The ball's going to go right in between those inner thighs. So sitting up nice and tall. On your sits bones, feet are on the floor and the knees are well bent. Arms are, you can just have the arms behind your thighs for a moment. So really tapping into the lower abdominals to support your low back here. And let's just squeeze the ball. Little squeezes. So the ball is one of my favorite ways to get the pelvic floor activated. When we activate our inner thighs, our pelvic floor naturally will start to engage. So we also have to engage it ourselves. So thinking Kegels, those Kegels really zipping up, thinking of the elevator motion and cinching in the waistline, kind of like a little corset. Good, so little squeezes. You're just looking forward, your shoulders are down. Good, let's go 2 and 1. Hold the squeeze, engage the pelvic floor. We're gonna tuck the pelvis under. So this is our C curve. And then roll it on up to sit up nice and tall. Good, roll it back, C curve. So I'm really rounding through the spine. And then lift it up, untuck the pelvis. Good, so releasing the pelvic floor, engage the pelvic floor, round back. So part of spinal health is learning how to engage the proper muscles so that we can support our spine. In this day and age, so we're just gonna keep moving forward and back a few times. In this day and age, we're sitting a whole lot more than we ever have before. If your job kind of switched online or things just changed, I know I'm sitting a lot more and I feel that on my spine. So it's really important that we care for it, that we take care of it. Good, and we do things that move through the spine. Good, sit up nice and tall. I'm nice and chatty here. Let's just do little squeezes. Arms release now. So release your arms, little squeeze. See if we can engage. Sit up nice and tall, really solid through the core. Go little squeezes. Squeeze, squeeze. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna grab the back of your thighs for the modifiers here. Tuck the pelvis under. We're gonna roll all the way down. So squeeze, good. Arms reach overhead, roll down, ribs stay knitted in. Core stays engaged. And then tuck the chin under. We're gonna roll through the spine. If you need help, grab your thighs to lift you up. So if that doesn't work for you, I want you just right here, rolling up, rolling down halfway. Good, so if you can release your hands and move through your spine, keep the belly engaged, keep the ribs down, arms reach overhead. Good, tuck the chin. So this is called a roll down and super effective, I think, with the ball. Or put the pillow in between your thighs. I didn't give that option, I apologize. So pillow in between the thighs, rolling down, rolling up, and you can double your pillow here, or if you didn't have the ball and you're not using anything, totally fine. Just as long as those inner thighs are engaged, it's just an assistance. Good, rolling up, rolling down, trying to keep the belly engaged. Nice, and using your thighs if you need the help. One more time. Good, rolling it up. This next time we'll roll it all the way down. Pull the heels in towards your chest. Your arms reach towards the sky, palms face inwards. We're just gonna squeeze the ball now here. So squeeze. If you would like to put your hands for just a moment in between the pubic bone and the hip bones and press down right in between. And as you squeeze your pillow or your ball, and I want you to try to activate that pelvic floor, I want you to feel little rounded muscles protruding into your hands. That's how you know partially that your pelvic floor is activating. So little squeezes, squeeze and release, squeeze and release. Good, let's go 3. If you want to release your hands back to the sky, 2 and 1. Hold the squeeze, whatever you are squeezing, tuck the pelvis under, and then untuck it here. So instead of having the hands on the floor for support, we're doing it without that support so we can really focus more on the core. So tuck, untuck, tuck, engage the pelvic floor, release the pelvic floor, engage the pelvic floor, tuck, release the pelvic floor. Now let's go all the way up. We're gonna roll our spine up. Good, tuck, and roll 1 vertebra at a time. Go nice and gentle. Good, peeling the spine up off the floor and then rolling your spine down. You can always put your hands on the floor. That is totally fine. 1 vertebra at a time. Untuck your pelvis, release your pelvic floor. Pelvic floor activates. Tuck the pelvis under, roll the spine up 1 vertebra at a time. Lovely, roll it on down. So let's just go nice and gentle through this. Really articulating through the spine. Now, if you have a herniated disc or impinged disc, Rolling might not feel good. Maybe you're just going to hinge here. And so just do what works for your back. Good. So nice and gentle. Not every single movement is perfect for everyone. So just being mindful of where your body's at. Good. And the next time, let's hold it up here. Hold, hold, hold. And I'll squeeze the ball. Squeeze. Really nice and active buns. The knees pressing forward. Make sure those heels are nice and close so we're not diving into our hamstrings so much. Little squeezes. Squeeze. Squeeze. Ribs knit down. Belly's engaged. Good. Squeeze. Squeeze. We're going to hinge in a moment for 3, so no articulation. 2, and hold the squeeze. We're going to drop the hips, tap, and lift. So no articulation, flat spine here. It's going to feel different. Go lift. Ribs knit down. Go down and up. So just really working into that whole posterior chain, working your buns. Good. Your gaze just looks straight towards the ceiling. Let's go for shoulders pressed down towards the earth for 3. For 2, hold it up right here. Baby tiny little pulses. Lift. Lift just an inch. Lift. Lift. Squeeze your buns, not your hamstrings. Lift. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll your spine on down. Hug your knees into your chest. Give it a squeeze. Lovely. Let's rock it from side to side for just a moment. Beautiful. We're going to bring the legs to a tabletop position now. One of my other favorite just inner thigh activation and core activation movements I feel are pretty gentle. So hands towards the sky, palms facing inwards. More support, hands on the earth, perfectly fine. Listen into where your body needs to be. Knees right over the hips. Let's squeeze. Let's flex our feet here. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. You can play with pointing and flexing. See how it engages things differently. So with our legs lifted, try to imprint the spine. I just noticed I was in neutral, which is fine. If you can stay in neutral, just make sure we're not really arching the spine, that we're imprinting. Good. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. So pressing the spine towards the earth, belly pulls in. Good. Let's go 4, 3, 2, and 1. Legs to the sky. Little squeezes. Squeeze, squeeze. So you can flex your feet, play with it, or point your feet, see what you feel. I think flexing, you get a little bit more of those inner thighs, but see how it feels for you. A little squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2. We're going to alternate. Bend the knees, squeeze. Reach to the sky, squeeze. Maybe point, squeeze, up, squeeze. Good. Let's go for 5 more. For 5, squeeze. For 4, really active into the lower abdominals. For 2, last 1, legs stay up 2 inches. Drop and lift. Maybe flex and point. This is very, very small. This is not a big movement. Very gentle, working into those lower abdominals. If that doesn't feel good, right here, bend your knees, just lower a little, lift a little. Perfectly fine. Just being where your body's at. Pull the belly in for 3. Good. Tiny movement. 2. And 1. Lovely. Hug your knees in. Pillow ball sets aside for just a moment. Take your knees in your hands and let's just give them a circle. So kind of heavy legs here. Opposite direction. Let's go 2. Moving through the spine. And 1. Other way. Nice big circles. For 3, for 2, and 1. Lovely. Feet to the earth. Go ahead and grab your ball. We're going to lift back into that bridge and put that ball underneath our hips. So lift it on up. The ball goes right underneath the low back. So this one is a lovely one for if anybody really struggles with that arch and connecting with your core. This one kind of takes that work out of the equation for you. So we're going to lift our legs to a tabletop. Make sure you feel pretty balanced on the ball. It's going to be a little unstable. That's okay. Hands on the earth for this one, legs to a tabletop. Pulling the belly in. So like I said, this puts you into more of a neutral position, so take advantage of it. Ribs knit down. We're going to start tapping 1 toe at a time on the earth. And tap, and tap, and tap. Good. So really pulling lower abdominals in, focusing on that connection. We're going to do a whole series here. This is the bulk of the core movements. Good, and tap, and tap. Good, let's go 10 more. 10, 9, 8, make sure the shoulders are on the floor. 7, looking straight towards the sky. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, tabletop legs. Good, we're gonna alternate one leg at a time, reaching towards the sky just for this quick little transition. For 4, for 3, pull the lower abdominals in. 2, and 1. Legs to tabletop. We're gonna reach one and then the other. So I did not give the option. If you're not using a ball, you're using a pillow. So I hope you gathered that. So I apologize. It's going to be more stable for you with the pillow than it is with the ball. But if you have a ball, use it. But that pillow doubled up, maybe. If you have a big fat pillow, maybe not. Good, underneath your sacrum. So yeah, good. Reach and reach. I'm a great instructor today. Reach. Belly pulls in. I am a little tired tonight. Good. Excuses, excuses. Let's go for 3, 2, and 1. Hug your knees into your chest. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to change that up. So we just did alternating legs. We're going to bring both legs to the sky. Let's alternate straight legs. You can continue with a single one. So pulse, pulse, switch. Pulse, pulse, switch. Really solid through those lower abdominals. Pulse, pulse, switch. Pulse, pulse, switch. Pulse, pulse, switch. So remember, you could be just right here again with the double legs or with the bent legs. Pulse, pulse, switch. Lovely. Let's go 5. Make sure the bellies are super solid here. For 4, for 3, 2, and 1. Knees pull into chest. This should give you a nice little release in the low back. Take a moment and breathe. Lovely. We're going to do a little open legs now. So open your knees up, heels together, pull the heels in towards your groin. And we're going to press out and in. So modifiers to the sky if going forward doesn't work for you. So just pay attention to where your body needs to be. So good. Really zip up the inner thighs. Good. Flexing the feet. Press. And press. Good. And press. Really focusing in on the lower abdominals. Press. Thighs come together. Let's go 5 more. For 5. For 4. And 3. For 2. And 1. Lovely. Knees hug in for just a second. You're welcome to hug them as well. I'm just pulling them in. Get that little low back release. Lovely. We're going to take that same position, but this time toes come together. Knees are nice and wide. Find yourself, if you're wobbly on your ball or if you're on your pillow, just make sure you feel stable. We're going to bring one toe down towards the floor. Now it doesn't have to tap. Maybe you're just right here. Maybe it's a little small movement, or bringing your toe all the way down towards the floor. So this really works into the opposing obliques, really strengthening through that entire abdominal cavity. Good. If you feel really stable, arms up, or if you just have a pillow, you might consider bringing your arms up. Let's do opposite arm, opposite leg. Focusing on coordination, balance. Nice. You'll notice that opposing oblique firing here. Nice. Find your breath. Let's go 4. I love these ones. For 3. We'll do both legs, both arms. 2. And 1. And the arms are optional. You don't have to. Especially if you're on a ball and you feel very unstable, don't worry about it. Good. Dropping both. Whoops. See, I'm falling over. Both drop. And lift the double arms as hard. Good. So maybe you don't even go down all the way. I'm going to bring my hands back down. Nice and unstable tonight. Good. Pull the belly in. Ribs knit in. Let's go 2. And 1. Hug your knees into your chest. Lovely work. We're going to do a little stretch for those hip flexors. Reach the left leg long. Good. Pulling the knee in towards your armpit. Maybe grabbing the other ankle, pulling it towards the chest. Let this leg go. The other one, the left one. This is a lovely hip flexor stretch. My favorite. One of my favorite ones. If you have that pillow, hopefully it's high enough, you'll really feel that. If not, you'll definitely still feel the hip flexor, but the ball's really nice to get that extra lift there. So just take another moment. Breathe. Maybe close your eyes. Appreciate the stretch. And then we'll pull the other knee into your chest. Let's go ahead and lengthen the right leg, hugging that knee in towards your armpit and the right ankle towards your chest. Good. Stretch it out, breathe. Try to relax that down leg. It's just there to let go here. So try to be nice and passive with it. Good. Now the other leg is going to meet. So let's really appreciate both legs. So wiggle out your ankles for a moment. Maybe bring your arms up over your head. We'll just kind of be like a limp noodle here over your pillow or your ball. Take a nice deep breath. Should feel really nice. It's a very gentle arc for the spine. Lovely. Hands come back to your sides. The feet back on the earth. Roll your hips on up. Roll your spine down, gently layering it or lowering it down towards the earth. Hug your knees into your chest. Lovely. Let's go ahead and take your, we'll keep it bent for this one. So ball set aside. Let's keep your left leg bent. Let's cross the right one over. Now if this is too much, you'll just stack your knees. That's fine. We're going to bring our hips to the left and then knees to the right. Let's get in a nice twist. Open your heart, look to the right side. Good. Shoulders reach towards the floor. Just take a nice deep breath. Try to relax the thighs. Try to relax the torso. And just feel that nice stretch in the spine or through the spine. Taking a little bit longer here to release. Then we'll bring it back through center. Hips come back to neutral. Cross the left over the right. Hips to the left, knees to the right. Open your heart, look to the left. Now once again, if that bound position doesn't work for you, just stack the legs. That's totally fine. This just gets a little bit deeper in the spine, so just being mindful where your back is. Breathe. Lovely. We'll take just one more breath. Side out. Good. Bring it back through center. Hug both knees into your chest. And then we're going to take the thigh or hands behind the thighs. Let's gently rock and roll. Now, if that doesn't feel good, just stay on your back. You can kind of rock from side to side and kind of shoot the legs really round through your spine. Shoot the legs over and truly listen to your body. This feels really good to me. That doesn't mean it feels good to you. So just being really mindful of what feels good on your spine, just rocking. Good. Now we're just going to open the thighs and come forward. And then maybe it feels good to reach the arms overhead and the legs go overhead. Coming here, or maybe you're just holding here, or maybe you're just here and then coming back up. So really just listening to what your body's saying to you. Good. This is more of the yoga-esque portion. Good. One more time. We'll find that forward fold. Good. Knees open, soles together, fold forward, whatever that looks like for you. Open those inner thighs. Round through the spine. Maybe the forearms touch the floor. Maybe you're just right here working into the low back. Breathe. A big portion of releasing tension, releasing stress in the body is following along with your breath. So breath work is so, so important to all movement. Good. Releasing energy, releasing tension that we don't need, that doesn't serve us. Lovely. Let's roll your spine on up one vertebra at a time. We'll come back to facing you. Let's take your pillow. Go ahead and sit back on it. We'll finalize our practice today. Kind of a nice, gentle one. Cross your legs. Grow nice and tall. Close your eyes. We'll take a nice big inhale. Exhale, release. Letting go. Good. And let's just start keeping your eyes closed. Let's just start kind of moving our shoulders back in little circles. Just kind of Getting a little bit of movement in there. Releasing some of any tension that you're feeling, maybe in your neck. Good. And then release the shoulders down towards your side, or down towards the sides. And then just look from right to left with your neck. And you can open your eyes or keep them closed. I just feel like it feels really nice to keep them closed sometimes. Side to side. Good. And then sitting up nice and tall, let's just bring the chin down towards the chest. And we're just going to roll from side to side. Good. So just stretching through the neck. Good. And then bring it back through center, head to neutral. Take another seated twist to feel the difference. Nice big inhale. Exhale to the left. Just see if your spine feels any different. If you feel a little bit more flexible. And inhale, center. Exhale, right. Lengthen, grow tall. Sigh it out. Inhale, center. Exhale, release. One more time. Hands to heart center. Close your eyes for just a moment. Take this moment to appreciate showing up, for being here, and just taking this time for yourself. And I thank you so much for allowing me to guide your practice. I will see you next time, I hope. I hope you enjoyed the episode, or this this channel, this movement. If you liked it, please subscribe, please like it. Hopefully for anyone struggling with any low back issues, some of these movements are my favorite for really strengthening through the core. So any combination of them, repeating this video, if it felt good for you, would be a wonderful thing to add to your weekly routine. So I thank you, and I will see you next time.